All right, we're back. Another season, pro football show, Chevy Silverado, Chicago. Couldn't be more excited to be back.
Yeah, Will, how are you feeling?
Boys, girl, this season is going to be awesome. But who is this jabroni?
That's the mystery guest. Different host every single week.
I love that idea. Let's go!
Okay, welcome back to Pro Football Show, presented by Chevy Silverado. You're probably saying to yourself, hey, what's Big Cat doing hosting this? Kayce's out this week. We didn't want to replace her, so I'm hosting. The guys feel weird about it. I feel weird about it. But we're here for picks, and it's the Pro Football Show, presented by Chevy Silverado. Visit Chevy.com to check out the Chevy Silverado today. Truck with a partner, a longtime partner with commanding an unstoppable grit. Delanie and Will, don't laugh. Don't shake your head.
You're doing
That was good.
solid.
I'm going to do a bad job, but that, you know what? It doesn't matter as long as we win, because I lost last week. This week we win.
It's not always going to be perfect. You are embodying the Chevy Silverado and that next man up mentality.
Okay, so before we get into the Week 15 slate, you guys have had a hell of a week. When you're waking up on Monday, you know you're doing the Bustin' podcast together, and you see Rashard Mendenhall's tweet. Did you guys do like one of those like corny like high fives where it's like, or it's actually the meme, the black arm and the white arm being like,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, right. Was that what happened? Because it was content gold for you.
I mean, it happened in the moment.
Yeah.
We were doing the pod. We were shooting the pod, and then our social guy Jack was like, "Hey, we got to talk about this Rashard Mendenhall tweet." And then he read the tweet and put it on the screen, and it's kind of one of those things we're reacting to in real time. We kind of weren't necessarily knowing how we should feel it out. Then we started saying a couple jokes, but then we were kind of like, "Oh, it's even. You know, it's these spots. It's even. We got better running backs." But I'm like, I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm like, "Oh, it's even," and we kind of fell back. But after thinking about it, it was like, once I saw the internet kind of like having fun with it, and people were still kind of curious, should we go there, should we not go there? I was like, oh, this is what I was made for.
So Delanie, I saw your entire roster.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. It's harder to do the black team roster, I'm assuming, than the white team roster, because it is so many players out there that I had to leave off the board.
Right.
Like, I even got comments like, you left me off, and I'm just like.
He's getting messages from
really
active players.
Yeah, like no Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, people.
What's up with that? We'll take him. You want to give him to us?
We try to make some compromise.
People was trying to make some trades already. Like, hey, you give us Max, because a lot of people are calling for Max to come on our side.
Yeah, we'll give you a cornerback or two. You know, I mean,
maybe give up Kayce, get a cornerback back.
Well, so a lot of white people suggested that Kayce and Crosby should be on. They'll give us those two, and we give them some black DB.
Bro, you might not even find the space.
It's just tough, man. The lineup is tough. That's why I said it was really difficult for me to do, because it was just so many guys out there that is good and probably having a great year.
Yeah.
But it was just like, okay, I'm gonna go with these guys. I'm gonna go with these core guys and see what happens.
I'm just happy that, like, for once there was a hypothetical that involved race, and it seems like the entire internet like had fun with it. Instead of being like, whoa.
Yeah.
There were a couple, but for the most part.
It's a funny discussion.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
It's like one that, I mean, not that specifically takes place, but happens like all the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
In the locker room, like everybody's kind of talking, laughing. You got the white people stuff, the black people stuff that we're always joking about. And fortunately, he was on the bus, because if Taylor's on the bus, I'm thinking that we're probably like, let's stay away from it. But
it worked out perfectly for us. Honestly, I thought he got hacked. But Will was like, man, if someone's get hacked, they deleting that. As soon as they wake up, they deleting that. Especially it got, 3.5 million?
Yeah. Well, Rashard Mendenhall is kind of a wild tweeter. Remember when Osama bin Laden got killed, he's like, why are y'all celebrating this? Like, we don't really know the whole story. It's like, I didn't know. We're like, yeah, dude, we kind of do know the whole story. Bad guy. So, Rashard's got some thoughts.
Yeah.
He's a little crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
They lack in the special teams area. They lack at.
So I'm saying coffin corner punts. It's basically, if you've watched one Iowa football game, you know how this game.
That's
how we
can
can
win.
The path to victory.
Well, he's saying it's specialist. You mean kickers and punters, not the special team. We're going to have dogs on kickoff. We're going to have dogs on kickoff return. We're going to have a sick returner. Who you going? You got Christian McCaffrey.
We need the kid from Iowa, the Cooper DeJean, who's a cornerback and a returner.
He's got to get called up.
He's literally the most important piece. He's not even in the NFL
Yes.
yet.
Well,
we got to use the
We found out y'all got a guy that's actually one of the fastest white DBs in the NFL. He ran a 4.3.
Yeah. Now this also we gotta credit our source. The source is Nicky Smokes. So I don't know how.
All right.
Yeah.
This is an undrafted cat who apparently Tyreek Hill said this is the second fastest guy on the team is him, so he gets to play corner for him.
He also, Nicky Smokes, like all Dolphins fans have this going in their head. They see any player, they're like probably the fastest guy in the world. Because they're right on a couple of them. Yeah. Like A-Chain and Tyreek Hill are the fastest guys in the world. But yeah, it was a great time. As for this show, bad week for me, 6-7-3. I tempted the gambling gods. Shouldn't have talked shit. Will, you're 7-6-3. We're both still good on the season. Delanie, last time you were on, you're 19-10. Yeah. You're actually having a great year.
Yeah,
he really does.
19-10. So let's do it. Let's get some winners. I just want to win. Like this, I'll say this right now as a speech. This is the most important week in the gambling season because you can't lose gambling picks during Christmas because then it ruins Christmas. That's the thing. Been gambling a long time. You gamble around the holidays, you better win. Because otherwise the entire holiday's ruined and everyone's like, why is he in such a bad mood? Why? Oh, it's because, I took the fucking Texans and they lost. So you have to, this is the week you gotta win. Have to win.
Yeah, next 60 minutes for the rest of our lives.
Correct. Correct. If I could pick like a couple weeks of the year, it's like Thanksgiving week, Christmas week, and like March Madness. Those are the times I have to win.
What is your record? What's a record that keeps you in a good mood? Is one above 500?
Even 500. Even 500 I'd take.
Yeah. Same for you, Jay?
And but it's also tone setter. It's also early in the day you have to win.
Yes.
Like you have to win early. You can lose late. But the worst is like, I think I did it on Thanksgiving. I lost early, won late. Everyone was asleep by the time I got in a good mood. Like it was like 10 o'clock at night and I was like, anyone want to hang out? Like talk memories of family shit and everyone was asleep.
Talk memories?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, I'm ready to talk.
Where I fuck up is if I lose early, then I get more frantic and bet more money late.
Right.
And then you can wake up to a loss. It just kind of snowballs.
Right. So
that
this is
can really
important.
put you in a bad spot.
So we got to get winners for the people. So let's get in the games. We got 3 storyline games presented by Chevy Silverado. First up, Lions at Vikings. Lions -3. I'll start with you, Will. Tell us what you think about this game.
Lions 7-2 in the dome. I think that plays in their favor. I do not think that they're an outdoor football team as we saw recently with the Bears. And their 4 games, what I want to talk about is the physicality of the O-line.
Yep.
The Lions, the last 4 games, they've had over 140 yards rushing. Gibbs has been a massive pickup for them in the draft this year, kind of balancing them, complimenting him with David Montgomery. I feel like they have it figured out in the running game. But the Vikings are top 5 in the running game. I think they'll play a good game. Nick Mullins, he's got to be like the most unluckiest. They trust him to throw the ball. He's thrown the ball 42 times this week. So he could get in a better rhythm this week. But I think the Lions win this. I don't think the Vikings are going to take this one home at home because I think it's in a dome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know it's in a dome.
All right, Delanie.
You
think it's in a dome?
Yeah,
I mean, everything Will said is great. And Detroit is 5-2 away, so that looks good for them. And then at home, the Vikings at home are 2-4 against the spread. So with that being said, I mean, and you got
Lions?
I'm going Lions, of course. You got Mullins starting. You got Jefferson. He's coming off an injury. He's trying to get back.
Re-injured,
Re-injured. I mean, you got a lot of injuries on that defense. It's just going to be tough for them to stop that high-power offense that they got in Detroit. And I got to go with Jared Goff.
Dude, in Laporta.
Laporta's so good.
Pro Bowler.
Unbelievable.
He's
going to be the #1 Pro Bowl tight end for them.
Yeah. He's incredible.
So it's tough for a rookie to, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the popularity vote.
I know, but he got 9 touchdowns. Leading the tight ends right now with 9 touchdowns. He's more exciting than most of these dudes. He's making plays for his quarterback when he need him. He's breaking tackles. He's getting the ball. He's looking like a premier tight end. As a rookie, you got to give him that.
And I think this will be a big game for him because the Vikings play a lot of zone and Jared Goff plays well against him. So I was looking at it. I'm with you guys on the Lions. Vikings have had a nice season. bounce back from Kirk Cousins getting hurt. You know, they start really slow. Kirk Cousins playing great ball, tears his Achilles. You think the season's completely over. They're still able to tread water, be at 7-7. Playoff hopes still alive. But I was thinking about it more, and I look back. They are playing really good defense, but the quarterbacks they've faced have not been the best. I think they're playing a little bit above their heads. So in the last 2 months when they've been playing good defense, it's Justin Fields, a concussed Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Heineke, Jameis Winston, Russ, Justin Fields again, Aiden O'Connell, Jake Browning. I think Jared Goff's better than all those guys.
Yeah. The moment. Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to get a little regression. Right. All right. So we all agree.
I mean, I feel like that's a true assessment, right? I
know
Goff's your boy.
Goff has struggled outside. It's absolutely true.
And when's the last
time? He looked terrible.
When's the last time the Lions have won the division? Because they win it with this one. How long has it been?
It's been what?
Last time they had a home playoff game, I think was '93. So that has to be it, right?
Yeah, they got a lot. Yeah, they're gonna.
I think that was the last time they had a home. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone fact check. Jerry, fact check that. Okay.
They're excited. They are excited to.
Yeah, they finally had the opportunity. Yeah.
Last time what?
The Lions had a home playoff game or won the division.
Yeah.
Last time Lions won the division.
Champs.
I might be wrong.
93,
I think it's been a really long time. I want to say Stafford. I was right. 1993. Got it.
Gosh.
Because Stafford, they had a couple good teams, but they went on the road. I remember they lost in New Orleans. They lost in Dallas. They haven't won a playoff game in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big play. That was a big play by you. Somebody in a new position, they make a big play.
1993.
That's the confidence that they needed to get this thing rolling.
The Barry Sanders documentary is really good. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I have not.
I don't know.
Very good. Very good. All right. Next up, Cowboys at Dolphins. This game's Sunday afternoon. Should I start? No, actually, no. You guys start. You start, Delanie. No. I have a strong opinion on this game. So I want you to start.
Are you going to try to talk us into the Cowboys?
Oh, I'm going to talk you to the Cowboys. Yeah.
You want to take this one?
You go first. All
right, so I think a couple weeks ago when Tua was struggling without Tyreek, I think the rhythm was off. Tua out of rhythm is way different than Tua in rhythm. Last week against the Jets, the number 2 passing defense in the NFL. Yep. Tua tore him apart with Waddle. Waddle stepped up big. And the Cowboys, this game is at Miami. Cowboys are 2-4 on the road, and when they're on the road, they're being outscored by opponents by 4 points compared to when they're at home. They're winning by, I think their point differential is plus 171. So it's a much different ball team. And again, them losing that game in the fashion that they did last week at Buffalo, I think hurts them, their confidence. And again, they're kind of back to the whole step one of, are we who we think we are every week, like when we start to stack games and put up a lot of points, win these tough games. Mm-hmm. But I'm Dolphins. I think it's Dolphins all the way.
Only thing that scares me is when the Dolphins plays a good team.
Yep.
They shit the bed.
Yep.
Man,
are we above 500? They've not beaten a team above 500.
Is that
all year? All year.
Wow. At the time of playing them.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yes.
No, they beat the Broncos, who ended up, I think the Broncos are 500, but they have not beaten a team who was above 500 when they played.
Yeah, but hang on. Let's.
I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Big facts.
That's a big facts. Get some facts. Come back and see me.
But the only thing that hurts, the only thing that scares me too, is Dak and them don't play well away neither.
Correct.
They 3-4 away. So I mean, this is just an up and down game, and it scares me.
It's the fraud bowl.
Chiefs, Eagles, Bills, Jaguars.
Yeah.
All their losses.
All their losses.
Yeah.
All winning teams.
The Eagles are the only one. To me, it's like, are you going to categorize the Cowboys with those? They just whooped the shit out of the Eagles, but the other 3 teams, are you going to categorize them with the Cowboys?
This is the fraud bowl, though. This is the game where it's like whoever loses this game, you're going to be like, they're not for real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys have struggled on the road and the Dolphins haven't beat a team over 500.
I'm telling you.
And this is December, too. The December balls.
And the Cowboys, they're not a team.
They froze, too.
With McCarthy, since he's been the head coach, You get a little insight with the hard knocks with Miami. What you love to see about a head coach like Coach McDaniels, and you know it too, like being in some of these meetings and when the coach is saying, guys, don't worry about this bullshit drive right here. I did a shitty job calling this drive. And the reason that we are men in here is because we can admit when we're wrong, and he gives some little hype speech to get you going, because you know when a coach says that, you're not always being looked at as like, okay, you messed up here, and guys questioning calls. Like when the coach takes ownership, you almost feel a sense of like, yo, we're all in this together. And he's like, we're going to put our best foot forward. I fucked this call up. This one is on me. Don't even worry about what they're saying outside of these walls. Don't worry about the coaches. They're going to coach this play up, but this call is on me. And that to me is like the separator when you're playing a team like the Cowboys, because I don't think that the Cowboys do shit like that.
Okay, so I'm going to make the case to the Cowboys. You ready? They suck on the road. That's a fact.
Yes.
Like I hammered the Bills last week. That was easy. But I was thinking about it more. The Cowboys' defense has looked like exceptional in half their games. So half their games, 7 out of 14 games, they've given up 70 points. Total, they've given up 264. So it's like, seven games they gave up, I'm really bad at quick math, 194 points. The other 7 games, all wins, they gave up 70 points, right? Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about it, what is it? Yeah, those teams are bad. The Dolphins' offense is really good. But all those teams have back half of the league offensive lines. And I think the Dolphins, with their injuries, have a bad offensive line right now. So they haven't played bad all year, but they've had a lot of injuries. They've got some cluster injuries. I think this is the type of game that the Cowboys' defense, I think Micah Parsons has 3 sacks this game. I think they get into his face. The timing is off, all that stuff. Like, that's how the Cowboys win. The Cowboys defense looks elite when they can overmatch the opponent's offensive line and, get that pass rush and everything gets fucked up. I think that's going to happen in this game.
Good points.
Tyreek coming back, too.
Yeah.
That's going to sway you. But also...
But the timing, if they can fuck up the timing...
That's true.
I don't know. And Tua, when Tua's under pressure, it just looks a little different. So...
But when Dallas is the dog against the spread, they 0-3.
Ooh. Okay.
Some data.
This is you could make a convincing argument for either team.
Either team, this is a tough one.
I just believe in the Dolphins more than I do the Cowboys when it comes to going deeper in the playoffs. And I think the Dolphins end up getting it figured out, because you look at who'd they whoop last week?
They whooped the Jets.
Yeah. Obviously the Jets are not a good football team, but after dropping a game the week before that and having kind of a lackluster performance with Tua and Tyreek being out of it, coming out and beating the hell out of the Jets, who just came off a 30-plus point win with Zach Wilson coming back, I think to me speaks more volumes than the Cowboys dropping a game that they should not have. Okay, we can just say that the Buffalo Bills are becoming a really good football team again, but you should not be getting your ass whooped this late in the year.
They have a good offensive line. That's the other thing is the Dolphins defense. I love Vic Fangio. There's a chance that a lot of their numbers are playing against really, really bad quarterbacks. Yeah. I'm just looking right now. Trevor Siemian, Will Levis, who I think is good, but a rookie, Sam Howell, Zach Wilson, Aiden O'Connell. These are I'm listing wins right now. Mac Jones, Bryce Young, Tommy DeVito, Russell Wilson. Dak Prescott's playing really good ball.
At the moment, yeah.
That's why they play the game. All right.
That's why you play the game.
Good discussion.
Play the game.
Good discussion. So I'm going Cowboys. These guys are going Dolphins. Time for the game of the week presented by Chevy Silverado. Before we get to the picks, for the game of the week presented by Chevy Silverado, let's throw it to Jerry and Lucas Edits.
All right, welcome back to the Pro Football Show Game of the Week. We have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the San Francisco 49ers. This game is going to be high-scoring, electric type of game. Oh, second quarter. Nothing even happened in the first quarter. Second quarter, the 49ers have to settle for a field goal. They don't usually kick field goals. They're a touchdown type of team. This is the lowest scoring game of the year. It's 3-0 San Fran. Lamar Jackson trying to score a touchdown, hands it off. Short of the first down, third down now. Second down, I apologize. Second down, still no touchdowns. Now there's one. Finally, we get a touchdown in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. Brock Purdy. I fucked it up. All right, sorry. Last chance for Brock Purdy. No timeouts, 49ers. Brock Purdy, MVP favorite, scrambles out the pocket. It's caught. It's not a touchdown. It's short.
Oh, no.
In a low-scoring affair. 7-3. What a crazy game.
What happened there, Jerry?
7-3.
Those points.
No, I know, but what happened with you were losing your...
Yeah, the screen moves so fast with the gameplay. It's tough to like look here, then look at the camera, then look at the game. It's not easy.
So and we just taped advisors. Jerry likes the under in this game.
Yeah, I love it.
Why?
Yeah.
I just
What's the total on points?
46 and a
46 and a
half.
half.
I mean,
I just think it's
not bad.
dude. I think it's my favorite bet of the week.
Wow.
Under.
Okay.
That's low score.
I think this is amazing. Like, this might be the preview of the Super Bowl.
Well, it decides the one seeds. Like, if the Ravens win this game, they're most likely the one seed. If the Niners win this game, they're almost definitely the one seed.
And it's on Christmas.
And it's on Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas night, yeah.
You got both
Will,
of the
I'll
best.
start with you,
yeah,
yeah.
you got both of the best defenses in the game. Brock Purdy, the best game manager in the league.
Game changer,
whoa,
or
easy.
game
Whoa.
manager.
Yeah, wait, what did
Put
you
some
say
respect
there?
on it.
Game manager
That's
or
it.
game
Game manager,
changer?
in positive light.
Changer or game manager? Which
You say
one?
game manager?
Yeah, game manager.
That's an insult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a straight up
the
insult.
greatest game manager in the game. No, I think Brock Purdy is playing his
What are you
ass
doing,
off.
Jerry? We're trying to do the show.
I know. Hold on. All right. I don't want my feet to dangle.
Your little tiny feet?
But Brock Purdy, he is crushing it. When you look at the Ravens, obviously the last couple weeks I've talked about how they're a team that kind of falls apart in December.
Yep.
If you look at their last 3 consecutive wins, they've had double-digit leads and finished them off and won the game. If you look at prior to that in the last 2 seasons, there's been 6 times that they've lost when having a double-digit lead. So I feel like the Ravens are figuring out how to step on people's throat. However, I think that the 49ers are not a team that they're going to have a double-digit lead on. I think the Niners being at home, I think they win this game. I think the Niners win this game, but I cannot wait to watch the number 1 defense in the Baltimore Ravens play against that explosive 49er offense and see what Shanahan has cooked up.
So you're taking the Niners minus 5.5?
Yes, I'm taking the Niners minus 5.5.
Delanie.
Yeah, man, it's like that's gonna be tough. I think both teams are playing well, especially the Ravens, especially losing Mark Andrews and then likely coming in and stepping up and just making big plays. You know, it's gonna be tough. And then the defense on the 49ers side, they got a lot of guys that's questionable. You got Armstead that's hurt. They got a few other guys that may be factors on that defense if they do not play. But again, you just that high power offense on the 49ers, Debo, McCaffrey, you got George Kittle, you got Brandon. I mean, dude, it's just the name goes on. They probably have a Pro Bowl caliber team itself. Probably 10 dudes go to the Pro Bowl. So it's just hard to go against them guys. I'm taking the 49ers minus 5.5.
And I like it too. Like, yeah, the Ravens have really good wins out there, but they haven't really played a caliber. Niners are the best team in the league, but even like any of those top teams in the league, I don't feel like they've really went against a matchup like this.
All right, I'm disagreeing.
Okay.
Taking the Ravens.
Why is that? The spot?
He's about to let you know.
The Niners are the best team in football. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. They're the best team by far. They kind of got run on against the Cardinals.
Yeah, they did.
Like, their run defense has maybe not been as stout as you think the last couple of weeks. Keaton Mitchell being out for the Ravens obviously hurts that because he was their home run hitter. But the Ravens will always try to establish the run no matter where they're playing. And Lamar with his feet. The biggest thing for me in this game is the Ravens are really good at tackling after the catch. And the one thing that you see time and time again is the 49ers, how do they kill you? It's these catches. Your game manager, I think he's a game changer, Brock Purdy, hitting guys 10 yards down. They're making it a 50-yard gain. So I think eliminating those, where it's like team defensive football, getting to the football the minute a guy catches the ball, changes the game for the Ravens. I think they keep it close. I don't know if they can win. I think they're going to keep it close, though.
I do like your under pick.
Yeah, it's going to be it's not a sloppy game.
And to your point, like, the Cardinals, they had success running the football, but again, it's getting up for a game like this one is going to have everybody chomping at the bit to play ball versus
also,
you're going to get, no disrespect to the Cardinals out there, but
also, someone's going to have to look up this stat for me because I'm pretty sure it's like 12-1 or something against the spread. Lamar Jackson against the NFC is incredible because teams have not seen it. When teams see it, he struggles. When teams have not seen it, he's like dominant. He like absolutely owns the NFC. absolutely owns the NFC. Something to think about. Okay.
Find out.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
find
why
out.
they play the games.
Yeah.
We're opposite on a couple of the big games. All right, let's go. What is it? 19 and 3.
He's 19-3 against what? NFC?
Yeah, straight up against the NFC. Pretty good.
Bleedable.
What?
Bleedable.
Bleedable?
Yeah, right? That's a word. That's a word?
What is that word?
Bleedable,
know
like
what that means.
three losses, like he can bleed.
Bleedable.
Bleedable. Somebody
No, I don't think that's.
check that one out.
I don't think that's the way you say it. I don't
think so.
Bleedable?
We'll check it out after the show. I mean,
Bleedable?
It's off. It's off day. It's an off day.
Where you
right?
get it from?
Like it's that time of the month.
Bleedable.
I'm
Like
really
you can make him
bleedable?
bleed. 19-3. He's not undefeated. You can cut him. You can hurt him.
Is that Italian?
You see? He's not a machine. He's a man.
Bring it out. Bring it out of you.
Bleedable? Okay.
Wow.
Vindication.
It's bleedable. I don't think I've ever heard it used in that.
Me neither.
It's bleedable.
Bleedable. He's
Okay.
bleedable.
Okay. All right. Got it. Under his breath. Ooh, that would have been bad. After I said I think that the Lions and Vikings game is going to be in a dome.
I know.
All right.
Hey, first series was tough. That was a 3-and-out. We want the ball reset. It was on me.
I think this game's going to be in a dome. That's why I like Jerry Goff. All right. Got to have it picks. I will start. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Got to have it. Eagles, everyone's talking about their defense. Everyone's talking about Slay and Sean Desai getting demoted. Their offense has not looked good for a while now. I saw a stat. Last year, there were 10 times in the season, regular season, they scored 20 points or more in the first half. They have yet to do it this year. So, like, that jump on them, get out quick, Eagles team is just not there. And everything looks clunky. I don't know, what do you guys, like...
Isn't it a different OC?
Yeah, Shane Steichen's in Indianapolis.
Yeah. I mean, that right there, like...
How does that happen, though, Delanie? It's like an offensive player.
It's December football. Like, the fatigue set in. That fatigue set in. You don't practice the way you used to practice because it's cold outside. You're not getting the extra conditioning. They look like they're tired out there. They're giving it up. They just physically getting beat at the last minute of the game. And I tell you, sometimes it's December football. We don't see it that way because most people don't see it that way because they're not in that locker room. But them guys that's the older vets like Kayce, they're not practicing. They're doing one practice a week and then go out there and prepare to play in a game. You can't do that.
Why do you think it's so different that last year they're able to come out and jump on teams and score 20 points in the first half versus an OC changeup? I assume
it just looks clunky.
Was it an internal promotion?
No, well, yeah, I believe so. Shane Steichen has been great with the Colts, and that's why the Colts have had an incredible year. I think he's the coach of the year in my opinion. But yeah, the Eagles' offense just looks clunky. It doesn't feel like anything flows.
A good example would be, too, and this could be a bad comparison, but Arthur Smith, when we were averaging over 30 a game with Arthur Smith as the OC, and then the next year he goes on to the Falcons and Todd Downing gets promoted, and the offensive play calling kind of goes into the shitter. Not based on a lot of talent changing, but
sometimes
the play caller can make a massive difference. Because I was seeing on a show, somebody was breaking the Eagles down somewhere where they're talking about their lack of motion. They're one of the have the lowest percentage.
Most predictable,
most predictable. They line up and play, which if you're a savvy defense, those things are easy to pick up on when you're just lining up and playing ball. There's zero misdirection, like how the Packers do a good job getting to the edge. Shanahan does a good job with the Niners on mixing it up, having a lot of window dressing. The Dolphins, the Eagles seem like they just line up and play, which clearly is not.
They're just overconfident. That's what it is. They go out there saying we're better than this team. We're going to show that we're better than this team, and then get smacked in the mouth. Once they get smacked in the mouth, it's like a bully. You know what I'm saying? You tough until he punch you.
Yeah.
And then you kind of draw back like, okay, let's figure it out. Let's see what we got to do. Then they start changing stuff. You can see it happening in the fourth quarter. They start going away from what they usually do, and then that's what gets you beat.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Giants here, knowing that the Eagles are going to win this game, but covering 12 points a lot. What do you guys have?
Well, yeah, we took.
Yesterday, we talked ourselves into the Giants.
We took-
yeah, I
we
think.
took-
Did you think about Tommy DeVito at all being on the all-white team?
No.
No. What's he talking about? Why wouldn't DeVito be on us? He's Italian.
No, he's
I
not.
know. He
good
said,
enough.
"Did you put him on there?"
Oh, good enough. No.
That's what
A little something.
He might be a reserve. He could be on the Peace Squad.
Okay, all right.
I mean, we got Josh Allen. We got Joe Burrow. We're not.
But Tommy DeVito.
Now they did double their price. They did double their price on Stellato.
Yeah, we got some inside. Yeah, we got some inside. They doubling their prices on appearances.
Price went up.
Public article.
Yeah.
We got some
sources.
We got some inside scoop there. I think it's a lot of points. I do think that the Eagles are struggling. I think they win this game, but I think the Giants, I still think there's enough momentum there and fun that they're having that they keep this game close.
Okay, what about you, Delanie?
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the Giants. I know they're gonna lose the game, but I don't think that I think they're gonna cover. I just don't think Philly gonna go out there and beat them the way everyone think they are.
Yeah, I also think if Philly has like a 10-point lead in the fourth, they'll just run the ball.
Yeah,
and take the air out of the game. All right, Will, you're up next. You're gotta have it.
Falcons.
Oh,
we meet again. Yes.
How many times are you gonna do the Falcons?
I know. I don't know. It's very much an emotional play because I believe that Art is potentially playing for his job. There's headlines out there talking about there's some internal conflict going on. But yeah, if a team needs to have it, both teams here do need to have it. But I'm betting with my heart and I'm going with the Falcons because I do think that Art is on the hot seat. And he is in a must-win position.
He definitely is on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Because Arthur Blank said, like, we'll decide after this season. It's like, all right.
I thought about what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody's got to come out and say that, like, oh, yeah.
The minute an owner says anything about, like, whether it be vote of confidence or, like, we're just focused on the season, we'll figure it out after, it's a big problem.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the Falcons, too, just because of Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, I think
Desmond Ritter's so bad.
Yeah, in the middle of the year, you take a risky calculation on going with Heineke, then Heineke makes a couple mistakes, and then you go back to Ritter. I think, in my opinion, Art has the awareness to see that, I kind of threw something at the wall here, it didn't work. Now I'm rolling with Heineke and see if we can get these 3 wins at the end of the year to save his job.
Also, the Colts without possibly Michael Pittman, possibly Zach Moss, feels like they have a bunch of backups to the backups going on offense. Delanie, who you got in this game?
I'm taking. So I got the Cleveland Brown games versus.
Wait, no, who are you taking in the Falcons Colts?
Oh, I'm gonna take the Falcons actually.
Okay, so sweep on the Falcons. That's bad.
That's bad, but we've had some luck.
But that's not a game anyone should have a strong opinion about.
Yeah.
It's more of the hot seat is there.
Right.
Been 500 literally like all year.
We love Art.
Yeah, we love Art.
Clearly.
We love Art. Bad chin, but we love Art. He's cleaned it up a little. He got a little tighter in the chin.
Yeah, you can tell he's.
There was a moment where it looked bad.
Might have had to look into peptides.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He got the mustache to kind of even it out. All right, Delanie, you're gotta have it of the week.
This is the Browns game versus the Houston Texans. I'm going Houston Texans got to have it this week. They're close to getting into the playoffs. They're number 8 in the playoff breach right now. And I want to see C.J. Stroud come back, play in the playoffs, get it.
Might not play.
You don't think so?
No.
A report came out this morning saying that he's still in it, and it's very
not this week. But if Chase, Kayce Keenum can get it done, I believe he will be able to come back and play.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost Tank Dell. I know Tank Dell is out for the season. He on IR right now.
Yeah, Nico Collins.
And Nico Collins.
Will Anderson's hurt a little too now.
Yeah.
Texas
Browns got defense.
I know, but they playing Flacco. I know Flacco looked good the last few weeks.
300-plus yards in back-to-back games, Joe Flacco.
It just don't matter, though. I'm saying Houston going to get it done. I feel like Houston got this game in the bags, man. They playing at Houston.
Got the game in the bag.
Houston is 6-2 when they're dogs with against the spread.
Okay. The Browns' defense on the road has not been the same as at home, but I'm going with the Browns. The Browns deserve so much credit for everything they've gone through this year. And I'll tell you one name. I think during the game on Sunday against the Bears, they lost, I believe, their center, and it was then they officially had one guy who started the season offensive line. So they had basically lost every position. Bill Callahan's an insane coach. That guy is such a good coach. Offensive line, the fact that offensive line is still doing what it does with losing all that talent, he's one of the best position coaches in the NFL. I'm going with the Browns.
I'm going Browns too.
Okay.
And for that same reason.
I'm telling y'all right now, though, Browns away, they won 4-1.
Yeah, no, they have not been playing well.
Just saying.
They've not been playing well.
Bill Callahan's also the O-line coach for us in our game.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
I have him on staff. Yeah, he's the best in the business. He really is. And I think the Texans, too, is more of a credit to Bobby Slowick and D'Amico Ryans.
Ryans.
Yeah.
Bobby Slowick specifically calling the game, like winning with Chase Keenum, like when your back's against the wall. Yeah, the Titans are struggling this year, but anytime you can go and get a win in overtime with the backup QB, I think speaks volumes.
No, definitely.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. All right, time for our rapid fire games of the week presented by Body Armor. Let's get our trusty water boy Jerry over here. Rapid fire games brought to you by Body Armor. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Body Armor has great tasting flavors like strawberry banana, my personal favorite, blue raspberry. The best athletes in the world hydrate with Body Armor like Ronald Acuna Jr., Christian McCaffrey, Alex Morgan, and the latest athlete to join the team, Joe Burrow. So go get Body Armor today. Stores nationwide. But you can also head on over to the Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. Thank you to Body Armor. Rapid fire. I feel like I'm doing an okay job.
You're doing
doing
I
great.
still feel a little like I feel like a little out of like sorts. You know
it's always weird when you have to like.
I have to introduce it.
Yeah.
Bengals Steelers.
Man, I think Mike Tomlin's 16-year win streak could potentially be coming to an end this year. Would you agree with that, Jerry?
100%, yeah.
Mason Rudolph, he's stepping in. Mitch couldn't get the job done. He moves back to the bench. Mason Rudolph is stepping in. He's had 16 snaps or 15 snaps, something like that, over the last 2 years, which is, look, he came in for Big Ben in 2019 and couldn't win with a better offense and everything else around him. I don't think the luck is just going to all of a sudden change for the Steelers this week. It's weird to talk about the Steelers because I think Mike Tomlin is a very good head coach when it comes to culture and everything else.
Wrong.
But their culture, what's up?
Wrong.
Mike Tomlin.
No, that's our coach.
Yeah, that's your coach.
That
I
made
said
it like
that.
definitely. That's an easy one.
Easy.
Yeah.
He's got everyone in the black Air Force Ones.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
the problem is, like, they've always had good leadership. They've always had good veteran leadership around, like when you have the superstars of the team. I think the big guys on offense, you got Deontay Johnson, Pickens, and Najee Harris. I feel like they just have big attitude problems in the locker room.
That
and I
George
feel
Pickens block,
and any
that was
time,
bad.
and any time like power undermines the system fails.
You're right.
And the leadership on that team is on the defensive side. You see T.J. Watt, whether or not somebody's trying to make a story of it or not, whether there's smoke, there's fire. T.J.'s out there. Outwardly, it seems like guys just don't want to show up the effort around the building. Like, as much as everybody would love to lean on one guy to be the leader, Delanie, you need multiple guys, multiple veterans echoing the same message.
Yeah.
And when your best players, especially on the offensive side, are being prima donnas or anything else, right, giving that half-ass effort, it's going to fold the team, and I don't think Mason Rudolph is going to be able to all of a sudden come over it. And the Bengals are playing good football, and Browning's doing a really good job.
Okay.
I like
So
that.
Bengals.
I'm going Bengals. I don't even have to say that. My man done went into his spiel.
I'm going Steelers.
You still have the spot?
Tomlin is a dog.
Tomlin is a dog.
But
He just said, he goes, wrong.
well,
Tomlin
listen,
is a dog.
Mike-
Tomlin is a dog.
I think the game has passed Mike Tomlin. He's a very bad in-game manager. He's lost the locker room multiple times in the past 5 seasons. Probably 3 times in the last 5 seasons. Just totally lost the locker room. George Pickens is doing press conferences saying Mike Tomlin doesn't even talk to him.
Yeah, that was weird.
Weird.
TJ
That one
Watt
was
saying
weird.
people don't even want to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
more-
saw that.
And I have a good George Pickens story. And if the Steelers lose this week, I'm going to say the story next week.
You gotta say it now.
It's a bad story.
It's a tough one.
Okay.
Bad story.
What did you think of that breakdown of the Steelers?
Dude, the Steelers.
Like, do you feel the same way? Like, are you
Yeah.
feel like they need a clean house and turn everywhere?
yeah,
Okay.
100%. And like
May end up doing that.
Yeah.
people give Mike Tomlin the most, make Mike Tomlin. If you look at this last decade, he has done nothing. Like, he has done nothing at all. There's been 26 NFL head coaches who have won playoff games since Mike Tomlin's won his last one. His last 7 games against rookie head coaches, he hasn't won. Like, he gets credit for going 9-8 every year. What's that? Nothing. Gets you nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the Bengals. Or sorry, no, I like the Steelers. I take that back. I like the Steelers for everything everyone said. You guys love the Bengals.
Yeah. More of like I have zero.
Well,
belief.
here's the one thing I'll say about the Bengals, this specific matchup. I looked at it. The Bengals, like, wins and losses have been determined on whether they can stop the run because they've struggled with it this year. In the 6 losses they've had, they've given up 175 yards a game. In the 8 wins they've had, they've given up 92 yards a game rushing. It's like a big difference.
Yeah.
DJ Reader's a huge loss for them. DJ Reader getting injured last week. He's the guy in the center on the defensive line. I think the Steelers are going to be able to run the ball. Like, I think they're going to be able to run the ball, and they get offense off of that. So that's why I'm taking the Steelers and the spot. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's why I play a game. All right. Bills, Chargers. Chargers are plus 12. I did my research. Gift Smith. That's the guy's name.
I saw your tweet last night.
Gift Smith, Southern boy, drinks 6 cups of coffee a day. He has a little self-deprecation. He was like, if I had known I was going to be the interim head coach, I would have tried to lose a little weight. Coached Roman Reigns at Georgia Tech. His name's Gift Smith. I think I'm taking the Chargers just based on that.
And you got to think about every time you get a new
Everything I just said.
And every time a coach get fired and a new coach step in, that team does play a little harder though. For some reason.
Do you think Staley had that vibe with the team of like McDaniels with the Raiders?
Yeah, I think so. Towards the end, you don't get beat like that.
Bro, they gave up. I mean, that Chargers team last week arguably would have lost in the first round of the college football.
They didn't want to play no more. They was literally like, why are we still playing this game?
Yeah.
Call it, like Pop Warner.
I got a question for you guys. Gift Smith, he survived 3 head coaches getting fired.
Cockroach.
That was my question. Is that a guy who players love him so much that's why he keeps his job, or he's maybe
a yes man?
Yes man to the owner.
To the right.
Oh,
in all the right moments.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe I don't like Gift Smith anymore.
Yeah. There's been some position coaches that I've came across that you would label, even though you like them, you're just like, oh, it's a cockroach. Like somebody they always stick around, they always survive everything.
Yeah, right. Because that is weird to survive 3 coaches getting fired.
Yeah.
Because he's willing to do whatever, though. When you come in and you be like, hey, would you be quality control? Oh, got it, coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's whatever they want him to do, he going to do it.
All right, so then you guys tell me, Gift Smith.
I'm taking the Bills.
Okay, fine.
Since Joe Brady has taken over, they're averaging 30 points a game. Like, you look at how they whooped the Cowboys last week. Like, Josh Allen only threw the ball 15 times. James Cook, I think, ran it, 25 carries for 175 yards or something like that. They're lining up in the backfield and running at people's face, which the Bills weren't doing in the first half of the year.
No, and I like it because Joe Brady afterwards said, like, that wasn't our plan, but we adjust to the game.
Yeah.
And it was working, and that's what we decided to do, which I love. I love an offensive coordinator who's going into the game not being like, here's what I want to do, and I'm going to try to do it no matter what. He literally was like, the Cowboys can't stop the run. Why aren't we just running the ball?
Yeah, and I feel like it just jolts confidence into the team because you're thinking, hey, we're going to do something we're not.
When you win running the ball like that, it has to be the best feeling in the world.
Yes, bro. Buffalo's. I mean, it is a lot of points, but again, and with your interim head coach, this is so late in the year, it doesn't really matter.
All right, I'm going Bills too because of the cockroach thing.
Yeah, I mean, that was just going to be like, fucking, that 31-10 against Dallas and then 63-21 against Las Vegas. Obviously, Buffalo is better than Las Vegas, so I'm going Bills. I don't even think that the Chargers can cover that 12.
Yeah. What are you going to say, Jerry?
So when an NFL team hires coaches, right? Mm-hmm. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams guys, whatever, offensive line coaches. Who pays them? The owners of the team pay them?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right? Is that true?
Yeah.
They sign a contract just like we do.
Yeah,
They'll sign a 1 or 2 year contract.
What was that question?
I didn't know where the money came from. Because the Steelers have the lowest amount of coaches and one of the cheapest amount of coaches.
Well, yeah, that's a Steelers problem.
Yeah, so that would be an owner problem, right? Okay, gotcha.
Or it could be the coaches. It's the coach problem. He not hiring other guys. See, coaches.
Coaches hire or
the
owners
they hire
hire?
their friends. Yeah. No, the coaches bring their dudes in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's like sometimes it just depends on the relationship from the GM and the owner. Because like the Raiders situation, when they fired Mayock and Bisaccia, it was like they were kind of both a package deal. It wasn't like, hey, let's remove one.
Okay.
That's happened with the Chargers.
Yeah.
They fired Telesco and Staley at the same time.
They bring them on. Yeah.
They usually bring their head coach at the
Got it.
Like, hey, we'll let you hire the head coach.
Okay.
Or if the owner wants control, kind of similar, maybe probably the Panthers guy.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I'll hire
Or
all
Dallas,
the pieces.
like
or
Dallas,
Dallas, Jerry's World.
Gotcha. Wow. That's interesting.
All right. So Bills across the board. Next game Sunday. We're going to Sunday. Packers, Panthers. Packers maybe one of the worst defensive performances we've seen this year against the Bucks last week. Give up 34 at home, going to the Panthers, who won their second game of the season. I'll start. I hate that I'm going against the Panthers because I feel like they have been a little frisky, and the Packers are not like to be trusted, but the Packers they got embarrassed last week. Their defense got embarrassed.
Which was surprising.
Was crazy.
This is like a pride test for them.
Yeah.
Like, can they step up to the pride test? I think you'll get a better effort. And the Panthers offense, obviously, one of the worst offenses in the league. So I'm going to take the Packers.
I'm going Packers too, and also it's like one of those things where they're probably relieved that they're not playing at home. It's like, hey, we need to get on the road. We need to go. We need to get back to what we were doing recently. So yeah, I'm going Packers too.
I mean, that's scary because then you got to go to the Panthers field. It's probably going to be dead silence.
No one there.
No one there. So you got that practice atmosphere where you kind of sluggish. You're not really playing for nobody. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's how they won last week, right? Against Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, the atmosphere is bad. They selling tickets for 45 cents. What was it, 45 cents?
Oh, yeah, that shit was
like,
low.
I mean, that atmosphere gotta suck. And this one, I mean, damn.
You going Panthers?
Ooh, do it. Be a man.
You won't.
Be a man.
Fuck it. It's December football. Panthers.
Okay, love it, love it. You got to sometimes go against.
They call 2 bodies in December.
Yeah. All right, next up, Seahawks, Titans. It's not a bad pick. It's like these teams have to, 5 points, December football, these guys are playing for their jobs.
Nope.
Seahawks, Titans, Drew Lock's big moment last week keeps the Seahawks alive. I think maybe Geno might come and play. Will Levis out, most likely?
Yes, I think he might be.
Will Levis is out?
Well, he hurt his ankle pretty bad. The question is, do they go with Tannehill knowing that Tannehill's not going to be there next year, or do they try out Malik Willis?
Tannehill, I think.
You guys
I think so. Like, you think the internal conversation too. Like, even if you're Tannehill, are you trying to
show teams you still can play? You got to show teams you still can play because you're getting shopped. No matter what, you're done after this.
Right.
So go out there, show them you still got it, win this game, and then, shit, he can get shopped and still go get a nice little contract, 1 or 2 year deal. Still doing a vet minimum at 1.5. So
You taking the Titans?
I didn't say that.
Show them you still got them. Oh, okay.
I was all ready for the Titans. Like, fuck yeah. Prove to them you're still Ryan Tannehill.
I just, I got to give my Titans some love, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough one. But Luck, though. Lock.
Yeah, it's Lock.
Yeah.
So
Lock
is Geno
is,
come back?
I think once Geno can come back, he will come back. It's just a question of, is he there yet?
To me, I'm going Seattle just because I feel like when you have a game and a story like Drew Lock just had in that moment, the post-game interview and all that stuff, you get a couple games. You get a couple games to feel good about, especially, similar like Josh Dobbs, similar to the backup quarterbacks who get an opportunity. You kind of ride this wave for a couple games. So for that reason, I'm going with Seattle.
If I was able to move the line, I'll go Titans. But if I keep the line at 2.5, I'm going to take Seahawks.
I mean, yeah. Now you get Titans plus 28. Yeah, take them. I'm gonna do. If Ryan Tannehill plays, I'm gonna take the Titans.
Okay.
And if he doesn't, can I have officially the Seahawks?
Yeah, well, I'll give you that bet.
Yeah.
Don't give it to him so easy.
If Ryan Tannehill plays, I'm taking the Titans.
Okay.
If he doesn't, I'll take the Seahawks no matter what. Fair?
Fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Jets, Commanders, let's do this one quick.
Can I throw one in there?
Yeah.
Can I throw one in there?
Yeah.
If it's Tannehill versus Geno Smith, I want to take the Titans.
Same.
Okay.
If Drew Lock's playing, again, I know we just had our episode this week. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with the Drew Lock luck
Yeah. Yeah.
for another game or two.
Oh.
Yeah.
That seems
Good.
motivated. That seems racially motivated. Okay. Commanders and Jets. I get it. You're kind of like the de facto team captain of all whites, so you got to whenever you have a chance.
Oh, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah. You're like,
they understand.
You're basically like our friend Stav. You're like, Lamar's good, but I just miss the cerebral nature of Joe Flacco. That's the shit you're doing right now. Yeah, right. Yeah. We got it.
You understand.
I get it.
All right. Commanders, Jets. Jets -3. I'll just go quick. I'll take the Jets. I don't fucking care. This game sucks. I don't want to bet this game.
I'm taking the Jets.
Will.
Pass.
Okay, pass.
I mean,
you gotta pick one.
He wants the Commanders, but he's scared to say it.
Yeah, just pick one.
Go ahead, pick your favorite team.
All right, I'll go Commanders.
Okay, all right. Jags at Bucks. Jags at Bucks. Trevor Lawrence might be out, concussion. I'll start. Even if Trevor Lawrence plays, I like the Bucks. Devin White being benched. KJ Britt, I think they're 3-0. The Bucks are 3-0 when he plays in place of Devin White. And the Jags, all of a sudden, just don't have weapons. Christian Kirk out for the year. Zay Jones hamstring again. Like, how are they beating you deep? How are they beating you with dynamic playmakers? I think everything's falling apart for the Jags. I think the Bucks are starting to play good football. I'm taking the Bucks.
I'm going Jags.
Okay.
And
Why?
There's not a whole lot of why. I do believe Trevor Lawrence plays. I just think, like, when I look at the Bucs schedule, they beat the Saints, the Titans, the Panthers, the Packers, and the Falcons. And although that they've won, because they've won, what, 3 straight now?
Yeah, I think
Baker Mayfield, and I think he threw for a perfect quarterback rating in Lambeau. I do think this is a Baker-esque, and I feel like I'm talking myself into the Bucs now, a Baker-esque type game. I just think the Jaguars, the Jaguars kind of have to have it going into the playoffs if they're going to. I do think they win the division, but they need some momentum going into the playoffs, so I'm going to go Jaguars. I'm going to say they GBOT. Yeah. I don't feel good about that.
Delanie?
I'm going Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence will play in the Bucs. When they're the favorites, they 2-2. So that's even.
That stat was the dumbest stat ever.
Okay. I just, when I said it, I'm like, damn, that was dumb.
Yeah, as it came out, you're like, they're 2-2, so we learned nothing.
One time.
Perfect. That was perfect.
Early in the year, as we're learning the gambling, the data, how much history do you put in it, he came into the show one time. It was like doing a 10-year history, and the record was basically 500. Like maybe a couple games off. It was like, what is that?
It's also
There's
like
3 different head coaches in that.
You do the history, and you're like, the Patriots are like 50-2 at home off a loss. It's like, yeah, because of Tom Brady, dude. It has nothing to do with
that's
right
when
now.
he was like, yeah, that's when what's the name played. I was like, bro, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's stats.
Yeah, it's your trust the stats. All right, Bears Cardinals. Bears season is over officially. Last week I had my gateway game.
Sounds like you're giving up.
No, I just.
That sounded like a give up.
Yeah, it took me.
Season's over. You got mad at me last week.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What are the Bears' record?
Jerry could not wait.
What are the Bears' record?
I don't know. 5.
They're 5-9.
Yeah.
Okay, I gave up at 5-9.
Yeah.
You gave up at 7-5.
That's true.
Yeah. 5-9 is when I officially gave up. Like, I held on as long as I could.
Me too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
7-5.
Because what happened when I gave up? They still lost. They went on the 3-game losing streak. It was over. Season was then. So I was right. You have a chance to be wrong.
They're not making.
My give up was right.
They have a less than 1% chance of making playoffs.
They 0-2.
Yeah.
We'll still win some games.
Not good.
Fine, I gave up.
They got
Put it on a quote card. Somebody put that on a quote.
So you're taking the Cardinals?
No.
He gave up.
No.
He quit on his team.
No, I didn't. I gave up on them getting in the playoffs. Last week they were 5-8, and I was legitimately saying they're getting in the playoffs. This is the difference between me and Jerry. Jerry was 7-5. I was like, this team stinks. I was 5-8 fighting for the playoffs.
You're right. Yeah.
Now,
question.
5-9.
Are they
I know
officially, Jerry? Are the Bears officially eliminated from playoffs?
No, but they're like,
Nah.
It's like a less than 1%.
It
has to be
over
everything
until it's over. Dylan Raiola, Nebraska, 11th hour.
You have to be nervous about that poem
What poem?
that he posted.
I haven't read it.
What are you talking about? His official commitment. He posted a poem.
I haven't read the poem.
Bust.
Bust?
Yes. I read the poem. Bust. What he posted, immediate. I don't need to see anything else.
What's his name?
Oh, so 17 years old, puts a poem up on social media. Done. He's done.
Bust.
That post right there
Bust.
eliminated him from everything.
What's his name?
Dylan Raiola.
Dylan Raiola.
Read the poem. Look up the poem.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even know how to spell
Bust.
his name.
Hey, the Bears are sitting at 13
That's
right
horseshit.
now for playoff breach.
No, it's not.
You're pseudo. I thought you were on the Husker side.
No, I was, and then I read it. Bust.
You can't get excited about landing the number 1 quarterback in the country, Dan?
I don't want to be right, but I'm right. Bust.
But all you're doing right there is building insurance for if he's great, you're going to be like, I don't want to be right,
No,
I'm glad I'm wrong.
No,
That's what you're going to say.
I'll admit that I called him a bust if he's good.
Oh, I know you will.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, I'm glad that I said, I hope I was wrong.
Find it.
I don't know how to spell his name.
Dylan, Dylan.
Oh, I'm spelling it wrong.
R-A-I.
You're spelling Dylan wrong?
D-I-L-L.
Yeah.
So what's how's his last name?
Yeah, if it's a porn star.
R-A-O.
Okay, gotcha.
I-L-A.
What were you
For
gonna
the
say?
spelling bee motherfuckers out
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh, this is bad.
About what?
Read it, Jerry.
In the realm of college dreams where purpose takes flight, enter Dylan Raiola, crafting his narrative in the night. This is bad. Once lured by Georgia, where powerhouse glory gleamed, yet Nebraska's purpose in his heart brightly beamed. In the scarlet and cream, where legacies entwine, Dylan like Rogers, Rozier and Crouch, a hero in the line. No longer a cog in some powerhouse machine, but a quarterback with an even grander ambition unseen. So fellow fans await, with hope in the air, for Dylan to choose his purpose to declare. In a weekend's decision, destiny calls to fulfill his purpose where a new dynasty enthralls. What a pussy.
That's so bad, dude. That's so bad.
He is listen, none of us understand because none of us have been the chosen son to bring balance back to college football. That will be Dylan Raiola. Make no mistake about it. He is coming for everything. And just because we don't understand that high level of thinking and kind of seeing the future get pieced together right in front of our eyes in real time, we just have to wait. He's not
an Ivy League. No one at Wisconsin understands. I mean, at your school, Nebraska.
Say the school.
I don't like saying your school name. But yeah,
Nebraska, I'm telling you.
No one understood that poem at Nebraska.
Yeah, that poem sucked.
That poem was great. That's a legacy.
No, it wasn't.
That's a poem. That's
There's
a legacy
no
poem.
way
That's
that poem was.
Jerry, that's a bully poem right
No,
there.
you're being biased. That poem sucked.
Yeah.
Well, that's
All right, Bears Cardinals. Bears Cardinals. I'm going to take the Bears because I have to. I always do.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to cover this game.
So you're taking the Cardinals?
No, I'm taking the Bears because I have to. Because I'm not going to pick against the Bears.
I'm going Bears.
I'm taking Bears too.
I'm going Bears. It's an exciting time to be a Bears fan.
No, shut up. Don't do that.
It's an exciting time.
Justin
They're gonna
Fields
win
wrote
this
that
game.
poem. I'd
What do you
trade him right
think?
away.
Bears -4, Arizona Cardinals. At home.
I would take the Bears.
Yeah.
Justin Fields right now, and
I would take the Bears.
The guys are like coming out and being like, "Don't trade him." I like that.
You guys had a tough loss last week.
I know.
That was a tough loss.
No, and he. I know that his stats didn't look great. Guys dropping like Tanyan just dropping a clear like 80-yard touchdown. Things look a lot different if he catches that.
Yeah.
Do you think
All I'm saying is
quarterback?
Do what?
Are they going to draft a quarterback?
Possibly yes.
So a couple weeks ago,
like looking in the
weeks
mirror.
ago, the way him and Kyle was talking to each other, it's like losing all of that fire is a little misplaced. I think and again, a drop ball. You guys had a bomb drop ball. Like you guys, he catches the ball, they win the game. You're on a 2-game win streak going into this week, saying, "Oh, hey, we really have a shot at the playoffs," and it's not over. It's never
not
over.
I mean, y'all still sitting at 13.
Stop,
Y'all sitting at 13 right now.
Stop. All right, Patriots, Broncos, Christmas Eve. I'll take the Patriots. I think the Broncos are kind of fraudulent.
I was saying shit. I'm taking the Patriots.
They can stop the Patriots.
Broncos
can stop
are
the
kind of
run.
fraudulent.
Yeah, the Patriots can stop the run. I think. I mean, look, the Patriots are bad, but they were kind of sneaky in that game against the Chiefs. Like their defense is still playing well.
My eyes were big for a second. I was like, "Ooh, did we get it?" Because they what was it, +8.5 last week? Because I ended up taking the Patriots, hoping like, hopefully they would squeak one out here. No, I agree with you. It's kind of like that Christmas gift you open, and you're just like, well, some clothes from J.C.Penney's.
Yeah.
And I seen
Looks
Russell
nice.
get yelled
Looks
at.
like a good box to open.
I saw Russell getting yelled at. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to ride with you. I'm going to go Patriots +6.5.
Okay, last game, Monday, Raiders +10 against the Chiefs. If you remember, I think it was all three of us, was it not? When Will got us all into the Raiders, and they were up 14-0, and then it was
over. I know. I was sitting there like Big Cat. Probably.
I was ready to text everyone. I was like, yeah, Will.
It was second quarter, 14-0. Like,
yeah, I was like, hey, we got this.
Yeah,
we
did it.
And then I was like, oh,
You pumped
Big
us
Cat
all
about
up,
to be mad.
and you led us to slaughter.
That's true. However, I was a
here we
little
go
early.
again.
I was a little early. This is the week
Yes.
that electricity happens in Vegas. You put up an ass whooping against the Chargers, Jerry. Listen to me. You put up an ass whooping like that on the Chargers. Guys on defense making plays. You're walking with a little different swagger. It's like, oh, should I pay for that gal now that we're in Vegas? Oh, should I throw a little bit more money on black? You're walking around the city a little bit differently with just enough confidence and swagger going into this game against the Chiefs, knowing that you were up 14 on them. Coach AP's in there right now talking about, guys, we did it last time. We just, we fell apart.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to play for in Vegas, and I'm taking Vegas plus 10 right here.
Game's in Kansas City.
Even if, what?
It's in Kansas City.
Yeah. In Kansas City. Why not? Let's go be great. Yeah, we dropped one at home. Let's go on the road in tough conditions. Let's go on the road in tough conditions and get it done.
Was so
Because even if they're out of the playoffs or they don't make the playoffs, they are playing for a lot because they want to play for their future head coach in Antonio Pierce. Give me the Raiders plus 10.
Fine, I'm in with you. Let's do it again.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck it. All right.
Hang on. I need a little bit more than that.
No.
Where do you want to go? Are you going Raiders too?
No.
There you go. All right, anyone got a bad opinion to end the show? It's been a good show. I feel like you hosted okay. Kayce's not going to lose her job because I'm not like doing a bang-up job.
Hey, do y'all think this is a bad opinion? Jim Harbaugh going to the Patriots.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's going to go to the Chargers or the Bears.
And by the way, great bad opinion on Dak Prescott.
What'd I say?
MVP. A few weeks ago, right?
It was a bad opinion.
Yeah.
He's not the
a bad
MVP.
opinion. My bad opinion, this could be a good opinion. Broncos get rid of Russell Wilson.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's a really good
one.
opinion.
That's a good one.
Where's he
That's
going to
a
go?
really good opinion.
Where's he going to go?
You think he's retiring?
No.
Dancing with the
He'll still
Stars.
play.
That's
Someone will.
But based on that argument last week on the sideline.
Although he doesn't
Sean
really
Payton,
strike
it's
me as a backup guy.
He not a backup.
Yeah.
He
He's
not a
he
backup.
That's like
guy.
Ben
Go
going to
do
be a
TV
backup.
before he be
Right.
a backup guy.
Right.
I promise you.
Right.
He would do TV and Dancing with the Stars before he be a backup guy. I promise you.
Yeah,
I mean, I have a good opinion, which was when I took the Bills at 35-1 to win the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago. That team, no one wants to play that team. No one wants to play that team.
I love how it's becoming just a true label. This is a team that nobody wants to
But it's a fact. With the AFC the way it's looking right now and all the injuries, the Bills are playing the best football.
Yeah.
If they can just
I
not
agree.
slip up in the next 2 weeks, they have the Chargers and then the Patriots. The Dolphins game could be for the AFC East. Imagine the Bills getting the 2 seed. Or no, they probably get like the 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Where would you go if it was Bills at Baltimore this weekend? Baltimore favored by 3.5.
In Baltimore.
Bills.
In Baltimore.
Bills
To win?
to cover.
What about even?
Ravens. Good show, boys.
Yeah, great show.
Thank
Great
you,
show.
everyone, for
Great
watching.
show, yeah.
Kayce will be back. Next week, we're going to do Zoom Riverside. So we'll have a show. I think we're going to have a very special guest on.
Next week?
Yeah. A guy named Nicky Clicky. Clicky. All right. See you
Tune in.
next week.